The Houston Rockets continue to blow it in trades this season, in my estimation. The latest move sees the Houston Rockets send Victor Oladipo, a former All-Star in this league. He's on the move again to Miami. We know Oladipo was acquired by the Rockets in the James Harden trade in January. We're going to see Oladipo on the move again. He's joining a team that he's obviously also coveted to play for in Miami. In exchange, the Rockets get back Avery Bradley, Kelly Olynyk, and a draft swap if they choose to. I mean, that's very underwhelming if you ask me, especially a team like the Miami Heat coming off of the finals run. Everybody got to watch Miami in the bubble and see all their players. You mean to tell me you give up Victor Oladipo and you don't get Taliaferro and or Duncan Robinson or at least some of their young bigs like a Precious? You don't get any of that in return if you're Houston? To me, another L for that Rockets organization that for the last decade, pretty much, they went all in on James Harden. And then the guy that they went all in for said, I'm done. I don't want to be here anymore my damn self. And now look at Houston. They've just lost 20 out of 21 games. I mean, they're awful to watch. They have no direction on the court. You've managed to flip James Harden. You had Caris LeVert, but you let him go to Indiana. And you're stuck with Avery Bradley in a flip for James. That's your guard you get coming out of this. No disrespect to Avery Bradley. He's expected to actually be bought out. You're telling me that you had James Harden to start this season and you end up with Avery Bradley and even he might be on his way out? An awful move for the Rockets, in my opinion. An awful season for Houston. Historically, this will be one of the worst, if not the worst. If you look at all the moves that have been made, last year you ended with a first ballot Hall of Famer in Russ and a first ballot Hall of Famer in Harden, one of the greatest scorers going right now, and you end up with Kelly Olynyk. I like Christian Wood a lot. I think John Wall is having a resurgence, but the aura around this Houston Rockets organization is just bad. Bad, bad, bad. And then for Miami, Oladipo wanted to be there. They're going to give it a test run. Oladipo's a free agent after the season. So if you're Miami, this is a no-lose situation. You get a chance to run it back. You add a guard that used to be an all-star in this league in Oladipo before the injury. You get Victor. You get a chance to put him against, maybe have him guard Kyrie in the playoffs, have him guard Chris Middleton in the playoffs. We shall see. You get an athlete like Victor that'll essentially free up Jimmy Butler just a little bit more. He's a guy that can knock down shots. He's not the greatest shooter out there, but he can knock them down when open. And you give yourself a chance to run it back and potentially get to the finals and win this darn thing this year. And if you deal with an injury, you got a little more protection. Taliaferro, Duncan Robinson, they're really good. They had an incredible bubble last year, but I think the lights just got a little too bright for them when it was all said and done. LeBron, Anthony Davis, very intimidating, both of those gentlemen. It looks like now the Heat, who are also expected to be prime and poised to get LaMarcus Aldridge as well in the buyout market, the Heat have loaded the decks, man. Oladipo's a guy that seemingly wanted some structure that Pat Riley can give him. And it's all on Oladipo now. He turned down the max deal that the Rockets could give him, which was like 2 years, $45 million. He turned that down this year. As soon as he got traded, the Rockets offered him a deal. He said, nope, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be here. I'm leaving y'all at the end of the year. Y'all might as well trade me anyway. I'm gone. And the Rockets, that's the best they could do, I guess. You get a chance to be in the organization that you want to be in if you're Victor Oladipo. So good for him. He's got a couple months of a test run to prove to Pat Riley and company that he's one of their guards going forward. He's a great match, a great fit with Jimmy Butler and Bam. We shall see Oladipo on the move to Miami. Catch full new episodes of FERRO's music-based platform every day only on YouTube at It's Mr.Taliaferro. You can also find clips, updates, giveaways, and more on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, also at It's Mr.Taliaferro. For all basketball fans, make sure you tune in to FERRO's daily highlights, reports, and commentary on YouTube at Hoops FERRO, and even more updates on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Hoops FERRO as well.